What's going on? What's going on this afternoon? It's your brother Ramall with the Field Report, Cleveland, Ohio, courtesy of K Strong. We in K Strong's, domain, getting it in. First interview. It's been a long time since we've been, things happen. Lives change, plans change, it is what it is. But for the first interview, we have the legendary Cleveland Heights. Oh my goodness. Pit product, Jeremy Holmes, one of the best to do it. We have Jeremy. How you doing today, man?
Oh man, I'm good, man. Just always excited to be next to you when we talking sports. The sports almanac, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
And then that Pit product took me back to the
oh man, I came up with that name.
To the IG page.
Oh man, that page probably still on there.
Yeah.
You look it up? Oh, it is?
I ain't seen it.
I might have to check it out. I was using my mother's email for that, so.
But there was some good pictures on there.
Oh yeah, I'll go back on there. Yeah, so let's get right to it. We have one of the legends in here. I'm gonna pick his brain a little, talk about Cleveland basketball, a little NBA, and just what's going down. So Jeremy, just tell me where it started with you. Like, where you from? Just give me your bio, man. Just tell them what's going on.
Well, shit, born and raised, Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Really the only city I ever lived in growing up. But, my mother and father met at Wiley Middle School, where I went to middle school at. And, my father was a hooper. So, shit, I've been in the gym since I can remember. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them things where like once he started taking me to the gym and I was able to walk and, so I could hold the ball on my own, I just fell in love with it without him, you know what I'm saying? So, every time he would take me, I just try to find something new to learn how to do. So really teaching myself how to dribble and watching how they, do different things. And so I just got attached to it, and that's been what it's been ever since. You know what I'm saying? Ever since.
So man, kind of run down your, you say you've been playing basketball forever, for a while, whole life. You want to start with the Wiley days? You want to start with a little Wiley and go to Heights and just run some stuff down for me?
Well, it was the league at the Pavilion that really started. So I know that anybody that grew up in the Heights.
Name some good names that was there, or how old were you?
Shit, I was in the 3rd, 4th grade.
Okay.
But shit, anybody who went to Heights in my time that played was there. And then, to be coached by the dudes that already went to Heights, that played for Heights. So you got Godfrey Pettis, you got Corey, Big C, Van Ward, Fred, just all these dudes that that played at Heights. And at the end of the day, you aspire to be like them. You know what I'm saying? One day I'm gonna be at Heights. And so with capitulating on my father and kind of how things didn't work for him to be able to put a Heights uniform on, he kind of took a liking to me early on. And one day he told me man, one day you're gonna play for me, and I locked that in. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of competition though. There was a lot of talent in the Heights, so even from a young age, and I just used to always just try to be the best amongst them, you know what I'm saying? So where I fit in that, I don't know, but they knew when I got in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
So they knew when you got in there, huh? So, you want to elaborate a little more on the Heist career, things you learned, accomplishments? Or you want to get straight to junior college? Or?
Man, you can't talk to me and not talk about
No, for real.
You can't. You can't.
You can't.
That was some of the best basketball I played. It was just fun. You know what I'm saying? To be like I probably didn't realize what impact we had on the community until later on in life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because when you're going through it, you're just playing because you love to do it. Yeah. And you know, we was having fun. Excuse me, but you know, it was one of the situations where before I got to Heights in 9th grade, like I was able to watch Damon play as an 8th grader, and he and I had played so much together that he let me know that I could play at that level because he was doing it, you know what I'm saying? So we just made a vow that once we got to Heights, things would change, you know what I'm saying? Because we used to, Damon was a newspaper guy. You go over his house in the morning, he had the newspaper open, and this when we was young, like in middle school, he used to be like, man, look at the Heights record, look what they doing, and we just said that we could be better than what they were, and that's no knock to them because we still idolize them, but we just wanted to be the best, you know what I'm saying? So once we started playing AAU, we started giving it to people around the country, like, well, shit, we can handle the state and the city then.
For sure.
If we can handle the country, and you know, my 9th grade year, so my 8th grade year, they lost to Shaker in the district. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm Sims, Doug Underwood, and those cats.
District final.
Yeah, and that lit a fire under Damon because he missed some free throws that may have won the game. And following that game, Shaker ended up playing Shaw in the district championship. We went to the game, and the crowd was crazy at South. And I'm just like, man, one day I gotta be out there with this crowd watching me play. And so my 9th grade year, well, going into my 9th grade year, every summer league that we got in as a varsity team, like, man, we was just killing people. But it was because we spent so much time together away from the game, you know what I'm saying, with one another. And that shit just carried over into the season. And we set a goal to go, you know what I'm saying, to go to Columbus and made it happen. And once we did it in 9th grade, that was the bar. You know what I'm saying? It was, we going to Columbus or nothing. And that's what it became. So from 9th grade year going, then my sophomore year, I ended up being ineligible the second half of the year. I got introduced to sex and weed, you know what I'm saying, and it changed my life.
Yeah, women, boy, we would.
Yeah, I mean, I was
80% of the reason man get in trouble in today's day, whether it's jail, child support, you know,
yeah. So
suck and take.
Yeah, so for a minute, I had veered off, but when I lost the opportunity to hoop, it killed me. So I got back on track, man. So, and then when they went downstate my sophomore year, and I went in the locker room after the game, like it seemed like all of them was looking at me like it was my fault. So when you're a young 15, 16-year-old, you like, I wasn't playing. Like that's your mentality.
Yeah.
What y'all looking at me for? I wasn't playing. Well, really, that's the point. It might have been different if you was playing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, you know, that make you start to wrap your mind around just how important every piece is to the puzzle. You know what I'm saying? And everybody matter. And it's hard to think that way when you're young. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, shit, I'm the point guard, so you know, I gotta make sure I take care of everybody else and then do what I do. So then, you know, fast forward to the junior year, played St. Joe's in the first game at the Q and lost. And then we won 25 straight. You know what I'm saying? It was, that whole year, that season, man, was just like, it was like we was rock stars, bro.
I bet.
Like every gym we went in, whether it was our own gym or you know what I'm saying, the other team, it's packed to capacity.
With the letters that went that way and that way.
Man, I'm talking about, you know, standing room only.
For sure.
Every game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then like at the house, we like,
you got a shot.
when the band get here, we'll come out. Like we was some arrogant bastards. Like we're not coming out till the band get here, period. We'll sit in this hallway and wait on them. Sometimes we had to wait, sometimes we didn't, but man, once we came out that tunnel, like we was punishing whoever was in front of us, period. No ifs, ands, or buts. So
man, that's great. We going to the senior year.
Right, so that year we lost the state championship by 1 point in overtime. Following year, my senior year, we lose the Eds in the regional. And I always say like,
The final?
No, I think it was semifinal.
Okay.
But I always feel like I let my teammates down. Just because I was the senior leader, you know what I'm saying? But I had a baby on the way, so my mind was always on that, you know what I'm saying? I never knew how to get that part out, you know what I'm saying? So I was constantly thinking about my next move as a father, because at 17, I ain't ready to be nobody's father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I still need my father. And so it kind of, I don't know the word for it, but my mind was just never in a place where it should have been.
Like that whole year, you think?
The whole season.
Remember our record that year?
I think it was 18-2.
Yeah, who started on that night on your senior year team?
It was me, Jamal Harris, Theo Dixon, Clinton Blocks, and Harold Russell kind of.
Went back and forth.
Yeah, and then Phil Lawson.
Oh, wait, Phil Lawson, that's a good five right there.
With Butch.
Ooh,
Johnson as a six man.
Defensive stopper. Oh man.
I was about to say, what?
And Butch really could have been a starter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so much talent. I mean, you, Maul, and Theo.
Yeah, he could
Not
have
saying
been a
he, but I mean, somebody got to come with the bench.
Yeah, he could have been a starter. If you could have started 6 people, he would have been in. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we still had a great year.
Man, that's a good team.
Still punishing people.
Clinton Blocks, I never really seen him too much.
I just don't think they got the best Jeremy Holmes though. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, for me it was a lesson. So,
Yeah, it is what it is.
So I kind of gravitate now to players that had kids in high school.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's you know what I'm saying, when you see, like I would see my son's mom, like she'll walk in the game, like every week her stomach getting bigger. That's the scary part.
That's deep, man. For like a 16
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You like, it's getting closer to the time. You know what I'm saying? So, like I had to start wrapping my mind around, I have to be my dad for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But I knew that everything he did for me, I wasn't ready to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wasn't. And shit, at 17, who is?
Not too many. You know, I had a kid, you know, so.
So you know.
Yeah, no, I is.
Yeah.
So then from there we go on to the junior college.
Mm-hmm.
What was that experience like, and what was it?
So it was a guy by the name of Trey Kilpatrick. He came from Florida. He did his senior year at Heist, but he didn't play. They wouldn't let him play because he had played 4 years in Florida. So he would have been on the team my junior year.
I forgot about that.
Right, and they wouldn't let him play. So he ended up going to the JUCO the year before me. So when he got there, he told the coach about me. And the coach came to see me play. I went out on a visit and I knew it was where I was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And
It was new, huh?
yeah.
Just that feeling.
Yeah. Like, that's something I tell.
Already, Dre already.
Yeah, it just be the vibe though. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So like, even when kids ask me now, like, man, Coach, what college you think I should go to? I said, man, you got to go and see, because you gonna get this feeling that I can't tell you what it's like. You know what I'm saying? So
you gonna know.
You gonna know it.
Yeah.
You gonna know it quick too. But you gonna know it ain't for you too.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, visited.
So.
And I felt like it was I felt it was a good fit.
So did you visit other places?
I visited Owens Tech in Toledo.
Okay.
It's the only other place I went to.
Just them two?
Yeah, and that the good part about Owens Tech was Byron Gladden, who went to Lorraine Admiral King. Like, he one of the best players to come out.
I heard that name.
Yeah, so he went there. So I was on my visit like with him. I'm like, should I could play with Gladden and do this, that, and
the third. Still there, okay.
Yeah.
The dream college 2 years, right?
2 years, yeah. And like I said, I visited there, and then once I went down there to Kansas, I'm like, this is me right here. You know what I'm saying?
You just off the top.
Yeah, I knew it. So one of the best decisions I ever made was going there.
Tell me why you said that.
Beside the fact of going D1 after that, that means a lot. But my coaches, my coach Jeff Gill that I played for.
Yeah, man, good. I love it.
Yeah, so he's still instrumental in my life now. So that's why. You know what I'm saying? You talking about what year was that? I was there in '96. So you talking about 25 years ago. We're on the coaching side or just life decisions. Like, I still call him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I met him, man. Good guy.
Oh, he cold. Talk shit all the time. He can hoop.
He was out there hooping with this.
He a real hoop dude though. Like,
right.
Genuinely love basketball.
Where he from?
He from Chattanooga, Kansas.
Oh, he from?
That's where he from.
Oh, okay. He from there.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but that dude was like I hear a lot of horror stories about JUCOs, where dudes don't graduate or they might not. Man, our day-to-day stuff was so regimented that going through it, you like, man, why we got curfew every night and why we got to do this and that, but it ended up paying off in the end. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about, we had curfew every night, even on the weekends. Like, he would make it later, and I don't know no other JUCOs that was doing that.
Yeah. Some people just set trends, man, set the bar, and they had their different methods of ways to work things.
Yeah, he said it high. I mean, then I got out there. I had like a 3.9 GPA. I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had never did none of that. Yeah, but he brought that out of me though. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, he's still my coach. You know what I'm saying? Still to this day.
So how do you feel? I mean, how like those 2 years ago? I know you. I'm pretty sure I know you did.
So my freshman.
I remember you did something spectacular up there. I mean, you always gonna do that anyway.
I led the state in assists both my years.
Yeah, I knew it was something. Both years.
Both years I led the whole state in assists. I think we still got the best record in school history at 27-5. My freshman year we lost the conference championship. My sophomore year we won the conference, so that's like big out there.
Big.
You know what I'm saying? You win the conference. Yeah. So, and it's like it's wrecked.
Good players down there.
Oh, it's wrecked. It's a lot of good rec out there. You know what I'm saying? So, and it really prepared me for the next level. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. How did that Or you want to keep going?
No.
How did it go getting to Pittsburgh? How did that go? They came and seen you, or somebody gave you a shout out?
So I ended up, we played Butler County in the regional final. We lost. And when I went home for spring break, I got a call from Jim Christian. Jim Christian just got let go by Boston College, like about, towards the end of this college season.
Yeah.
So, great coach, and he called me and was like, look, man, I'm from the University of Pittsburgh. I saw you play, but I want to see you play again in person. So I was like, well, shit, we play every Saturday at 1 o'clock at Taylor Academy in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So You know how the TA rec goes.
Oh, TA?
You know what I'm saying? TA is, and first of all, I can't believe we didn't talk about TA.
It's crazy.
Right. We don't have to get the TA on the back. Yeah, we don't have to go back and get to that. And so I was like, man, we'd be there Saturday at 1 o'clock. And, you know, I wasn't really tripping on if he came or not, because I'm going to TA regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you some rec, but when I pulled up in the parking lot, like he was there, I'm like, man, this shit real. You know what I'm saying? Because you talking about a school in the Big East, they come to see me play. I never scored 20 points in a game in JUCO. I played with the player of the year, 2 different dudes. My freshman year was Trey Kilpatrick, he won player of the year in the conference. My sophomore year was Calvin Slaughter, player of the year in the conference. You know what I'm saying? So I was never the accolade dude. So I'm like, damn, like he really at TA to see me. You know what I'm saying? So just walking into TA and, you know, all the neighborhood dudes in there and them seeing him with his pit shirt on. Man, cats was in that joint tucking their shirts in and everybody thought they was going, you know what I'm saying? But that was good because it raised the level of the play in TA. And TA already, you know how it go, it's already a spot where we gonna get it in for real.
Yeah.
So to have this coach in here now and everybody think they about to go to pit, everybody raised their level. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good day. And I had to calm myself down. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he's here to see me, but it was, 1, I gotta just play my game, but 2, I can't act different in front of my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta remain the dude that I am. I can't act like I'm somebody because he's here to see me. You know what I'm saying? So, and my mind just worked like that. And shit, I do what I always do.
Go to work.
Yeah, did what I always do. And
Clockwork.
that following week, the head coach flew out to Kansas. And I ended up going on my visit. And the only place I ever visited out of JUCO.
Oh, so you was like home for the summer at TA?
No, I was home for spring break.
Spring break, okay.
Yeah, spring break. And then he flew out after spring break. Then I went on my visit to Pitt. And you know, you get 5 visits. As a JUCO player, I only took 1.
Didn't even see nobody else. You knew people was it?
Yeah, nobody else could. You talking about Big East and it's 2 hours away.
Nah. Who was the head coach at that time?
Ralph Willard.
Ralph Willard, yep, that was the first one, okay.
Ralph Willard.
Okay.
Ralph Willard.
You just knew Pitt, that's where it was at.
Yeah.
Now, you say you could get 5 visits total. Did you have any more visits lined up?
Yeah, they was lined up. So I was supposed to visit Cleveland State, Louisiana Tech, Iowa State, and Georgetown was kind of on the table, but they was kind of going back and forth between
but when you suited up against them,
myself and Kevin Braswell. There was a kid named Kevin Braswell out of Maryland that was at a prep school. They was like, we want somebody that's going to give us 4 years and not 2. He was a real good player though. So, but one of my final thoughts that made me choose was Montego Cummings, who was about to be a senior and play point guard, could have went in the draft his junior year. He chose to come back. And instead of me running from him, I chose to go and play with him because I knew that because we play the same position and he's so good that I would get better just off being around him every day. You know what I'm saying? So it was like choose a school where they're gonna put the ball in your hands. It's about you. It's your show. It's your program. As much as I wanted that, I didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be around greatness. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I chose.
You feel like that 1 year you learned a lot from him, didn't you?
Oh man.
He went to the league, didn't he? Yeah, I know that now. I remember that now.
He got drafted by the Pacers and traded to Golden State on draft night.
You remember how long he played? Check it out. I remember.
He just got finished overseas a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
NBA about 3-4 years.
But NBA 3-4 years. Oh, he just finished overseas. Okay.
Yeah, about 3-4 years.
That means okay. Okay.
Yeah, you're older than me.
Okay, cool.
But you talking about 6'3", 6'4", long arms, fundamental, shoot the jump shot, athletic as hell, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember him like that,
Yeah. And that was my roommate too.
Oh, man.
So
2 PGs.
yeah.
Wow. So let's see. After that, boom, get out of pit.